New elevated offers on the Southwest co-branded cards. There are changes coming to the American Express Platinum card. And how would you feel if you booked a flight, showed up at the airport, and realized that flight doesn't exist? We've got that, plus we've got 2 free food deals at the end of the show. We always like to end the show on a free food deal. So we've got a lot packed into this week's episode. I'm Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's edition of the Weekly Pointers News Update. In these shows that come out every Sunday evening, my goal is to catch you up on all of the news that you may have missed regarding credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. It's a really easy to follow format. The topics will be on the screen along with a timer down below. There will be timestamps down in the description below if you want to follow along that way as well. And keep in mind, if you are interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using the referral link down in the description below. When you apply using that referral link, that greatly helps support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that. You're doing a great job with that. And before we get started, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts. This is a jam-packed episode. We got a lot of stories to get to, so if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. The Citi Double Cash has had an elevated offer, actually a welcome offer just in general, on the card, and that is set to come to a close very soon. The Citi Double Cash right now has a $200 or 20,000 thank you point sign-up offer when you spend $1,500 within the first 6 months. This offer is set to expire on November the 14th, and this is a pretty big deal because honestly there's not really a lot of big elevated welcome offers on this card at all. It's a great catch-all card. Make sure you check the link down in the description below if you are interested in this card, because frankly offers on this card don't come around very often, so take advantage while you can. If you're a subscriber to the channel, you know that just a few days ago I put out my Southwest Companion Pass Guide video, and the reason I did that is because this time of the year is the time you need to start thinking about Companion Pass. Well, as soon as I released the video, a few hours later it was announced that Southwest has new elevated offers on the Southwest co-branded personal cards. These offers are pretty significant and honestly could help you get Companion Pass even easier than before. Right now, the Southwest personal cards are offering 75,000 rapid rewards points as part of their sign-up offer. The 2 business cards currently set at 60,000 and 80,000 rapid rewards on their sign-up offers. So right now is a great time. Keep in mind, in 2023, you need to have 135,000 rapid rewards earned within a calendar year in order to get Companion Pass. So having these elevated offers and taking advantage of them at the right time could make all the difference in the world. As you know, there's usually elevated offers on these cards around this time of year. So if you need a refresher on the Southwest Companion Pass and how to earn it, check my video down in the description below. But take advantage of these offers if you're interested, because now is the time to do it if you've had your eye on that. And of course, use my referral link down in the description below. Let me know if you plan on taking advantage of any of these elevated offers in the comments. I've done a few videos on the channel on the American Express Platinum card. I think it's a really good card. It offers a lot of different credits that could be useful for you. One of the credits that I don't find as useful is the Equinox credit. It's a $300 credit that's broken up into $25 monthly installments that you can use throughout the year. However, starting November 3rd, there is a change to that Equinox credit that is going to make it much easier to use. As I said, starting November 3rd, the annual $300 in Equinox credits will be able to be used for any membership, and that $25 per month increment, that is no more. You can use all $300 at once if you want to do that. And this is pretty significant because Equinox memberships can run anywhere between $150 to $250. So the ability to use $300 up front may allow you to try this out for a month if you want to do that. Another option is you can use this $300 to go towards their internet subscription where you can find workouts online. That subscription right now runs $39.95. So being able to use $300 up front and then being able to cancel once you've used all that credit, you could get roughly 6 or 7 months worth of that membership all at once. So I think this is a good move. I'm happy about it. I still think the Equinox credit sucks for people like me that don't live anywhere near an actual physical gym location, but this is better than nothing. Let me know what you think about this change down in the comments. There are some rental car changes that are going to be pretty significant, and one of them revolves around the American Express Platinum card that we just finished talking about. Effective immediately, Platinum Card and Business Platinum Card holders, along with authorized users, will automatically qualify for Hertz President's Circle status, and that is the highest status tier of the rental car program. It'll allow you to skip the counter and go straight to your car, choose from the widest selection of cars, guaranteed car class upgrades, and you can add an additional driver for free. You can drop the keys and go at rental return, and you earn 50% more towards free days and car class upgrades. Pretty big deal if you travel a lot and you do use rental cars. I think this is a nice benefit. I think it's great that you get this increased benefit, and frankly, it's a $695 annual fee Anytime you can get a little nugget of something extra is a good thing. Is this enough to push somebody over the top on deciding if they should get such an expensive card? No, but if you already have the card and you're debating on whether you want to keep it for another year or not, things like this may be able to help out. Another big announcement came from Avis and Clear. You know, I'm a big fan of Clear right now. They are partnering together to make the rental car experience even better. This one's pretty simple. All you have to do is enroll in the Avis Preferred Plus program, reserve your rental car, verify everything through Clear for a faster rental car experience, skip the counter, and go straight to your car. So it looks like Hertz and Avis are battling and finding a way to make the experience even faster for a lot of people. Look, I've rented a lot of cars over the last few years, and those rental car lines are a pain in the butt and they take a long time. There's nothing worse than getting off the plane and going to the rental car location and seeing the line go outside the doors. That is not a good feeling because you want to get where you want to go. So I really like these moves from both American Express and from Clear and Avis in making the experience a little bit better. Let me know what you think about these. Which one do you think is better? And do you have experience with Hertz or Avis that you can share down in the comments below? Let me know what you think. If you don't keep up with technology a whole lot, you may not be familiar with Apple AirTags. Apple AirTags are basically like a Tile device, if you recall Tile. It's a physical tag that you can attach to pretty much anything from keychains to wallets to luggage, and a lot of people like this because once you attach those, you'll be able to find out the location of whatever you tag from anywhere in the world. It'll show you on a map exactly where it's at. And a lot of travelers have found Apple AirTags to be very useful in finding lost luggage. There have even been cases where airlines haven't been able to find someone's bag, but because they had an AirTag attached to their luggage tag, they were able to physically track down their luggage and get it back to them. So that's a pretty big deal. Air New Zealand is banning these because they say it violates their policy for batteries on checked luggage. Their statement reads, quotes, "As products such as the AirTag and Tile are portable electronic devices that cannot be turned off, dangerous goods regulations currently prohibit them from being carried and checked in luggage. As part of Air New Zealand's safety management system, a review of these products is likely to take place in early 2023. Following this, discussions with the regulatory authority may be undertaken." Right now, they don't have any particular rules for enforcement, but I think this could be a sign of things to come, and it's something that I've wondered about because whenever you're checking your luggage, they do ask if you have any, lithium batteries or anything in your checked luggage. And fact of the matter is that these little trackers, although they are small, they do have batteries inside of them and you can't turn them off. They're always on, so you can always check the location of whatever you have tagged. So let me know what you think about this. I think this is a pretty big deal, and it'll be interesting to see if other airlines start to look at this and wonder, hey, is this breaking our policy? There was another recent story using these AirTags that was very useful for someone in tracking down their luggage. A man who left from a United flight out of Anchorage Airport sent a tweet stating that he knew where his luggage was at and that somebody had stolen it from the airport because he had a tag attached to his luggage which contained over $3,000 worth of camera equipment, but apparently the thief didn't realize that. So this was a great way for him to be able to track down who stole his luggage. Otherwise, he would have no idea. So I'm a fan of these tags. I think it's a great thing. It's a very small device, but I understand it does break the policy. Let me know where you fall on this. Are you on the side of keeping tech like this going, being able to track your stuff, or are you on the side of the policy that says, hey, this could be dangerous for the flight? There are certainly two sides of the story. Let me know where you fall on this down in the comments below. Royal Caribbean Cruises is finally rolling back their COVID-19 requirements. So the cruise line is no longer requiring pre-cruise testing on most sailings. Now this is important to say on most sailings because it all depends on where you're traveling to, because there are some countries that still have stipulations on exactly what you need to do to be able to step foot in their country. So although this is a policy from Royal Caribbean, it doesn't mean you're out in the clear quite yet because it all depends on where you're going. Disney Cruise Lines will make a similar move later this month. Thankfully, the cruise line will no longer require unvaccinated passengers to take a test prior to boarding on sailings from the United States as of November the 14th. And this is good news because other cruise lines like Carnival, Holland America, and Princess have all rolled back their requirements as well, thus making it easier for all of us to be able to take a cruise if we want to do that. So let me know if this is going to impact your cruising plans. Let me know if this has impacted your decision to go on a cruise over the last 2 years. And frankly, I understand why you could do it. It's a big pain in the butt, and there's a big risk there to go ahead and book something so far in advance and then 2 or 3 days before take a test, find out you're positive, not be able to do anything. So let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. What would you do if you had booked tickets on a flight through a travel agency and then found out that that flight doesn't even exist. This happened to passengers in India that were trying to fly from Hyderabad to New Delhi. This was booked through Happy Fares, which is a very popular online travel agency in India. Here's the sequence of events. First, the airline suspended the route on October the 1st. But somehow, Happy Fares travel agency loaded the fare and sold the tickets. All the tickets were sold for this flight after the airline had already said that the flight was suspended. However, the flight was still showing up as available to book through the travel agency. On October 26th, which was 5 days before this flight was due to leave, the travel agency did receive an email that this flight didn't exist and they needed to let the consumer know. However, they chose not to do that. When passengers showed up to the airport, they were very surprised because in Indian airports, you have to show your itinerary before they let you in the airport to make sure you're supposed to be there. Well, when passengers showed up showing their itinerary, the people checking it said, "This flight doesn't exist. What are you doing here?" So they couldn't even get into the airport to state their case. After seeing what was going on and seeing a lot of different people show up, they were eventually let into the airport to state their case, but what were they going to do? They were trying to get on a plane on a flight that didn't exist. Now, we don't have a full resolution on this one yet, but this is something to keep an eye on because this was a pretty scary case in my opinion. You book all this travel, you do all this work to plan, and you get to the airport and the plane doesn't even exist. It's crazy. I don't know what I would do in that particular situation, but make sure when you book something that you're keeping up with exactly what the flight looks like as you get closer to that flight time because you don't want to be in for any surprises like this one. And this just goes to show you need to have a trusted travel agent as well. And keep in mind on the channel, I've talked about this before. My wife, Kayla, is a travel agent. She's a very reputable travel agent, thankfully. So if you do need help with that or if you're interested in becoming a travel agent and getting killer rates on travel, I'll be honest with you, you'll be pissed when you see what kind of rates you can get on travel, knowing that you haven't been a travel agent before. She can guide you on how to go through that process. It is super, super simple. You'll get great discounts on travel, plus you'll earn commissions on your own travel, plus anything you book for family, friends, and other colleagues. So it's a great opportunity. If you're interested in that, check the link down in the description below. But let me know what you think about this story, just in general. What would you do if you showed up to the airport in the US and found out your flight didn't exist? I would be curious to know how you would handle this. I love a good trip to Disney World. One of my favorite parks, if not my favorite park, is Epcot. You get to go around the world, you get to have a cocktail at each place you stop at, and you get some great food while you're there. There's some great rides. It's a really good time. So imagine going back out to the parking lot after spending 10, 12 hours at Epcot and finding your car completely destroyed. Well, this is what happened to a man after he had spent the evening at Epcot. He went to a Hanson concert at Eat to the Beat. He got back out to his car and found a sorry note along with $100 attached to it, which didn't even come close to covering the damages for the car. We don't have any good information on exactly who did this. The suspect is still at large. However, it's thought that somebody came from Epcot, maybe they had too much to drink around the World Showcase and decided just to beat the crap out of somebody's car. But because there was no information on who did it, the man here can't file a claim on anyone because we don't know who it is. So this brings up a great question for me. Have you ever been to an event or a theme park or a concert or anything like that? You've gotten back out to your car and you've noticed anything weird in the parking lot, or you've noticed something weird happening with somebody else's car in the parking lot. I've got to know what you think about this. I've seen people's motorcycles tip over and hit into other people's cars, causing a lot of damage, things like that. Thankfully, I've never had any damage to my personal vehicle, but let me know if you have any personal experience with this down in the comments below. There's a lot of people that watch the channel, so I'm sure there's a story or two here or there. Let me know what your worst experience has been in a parking lot for a big event down in the comments below. And if you're familiar with the Weekly Pointers news update, you know I like to end the show on a really good food deal, and this week is absolutely no exception. This week you're getting 2 free food deals, one from Popeyes and one from Shake Shack. Yum. Let's start out with Popeyes first. When you buy a chicken sandwich combo via Popeyes.com or the Popeyes app, you'll get an additional chicken sandwich for free. And this deal is going from November 3rd through November 9th. I'm a big fan of the Popeyes chicken sandwich. That's part of the chicken sandwich wars. People are battling back and forth trying to outdo each other on chicken sandwiches, and I think that's a winner for everybody. The second offer is from Shake Shack. So here's how this one works. Order one milkshake through Shake Shack's app or website between 8 p.m. and close, and you can get a second milkshake for free using the code Shake Night. And this offer is going through November the 30th. So if you have a friend, you want to go grab a BOGO milkshake from Shake Shack, make sure you use that promo code. And this is going through the end of November. This is a really long time to be able to use this. That could be a ton of milkshakes. And what better way to lose weight than have Thanksgiving in the same month as this big Shake Shack BOGO offer? I don't know. That's up to you, but I would definitely take advantage of this at least once or twice. Let me know which of these 2 food deals you're gonna take advantage of, or are you gonna do both? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, this has been a very fun episode. I really enjoyed this one. We covered so many different topics. We talked about elevated offers, changes with the American Express Platinum card, flights that didn't exist, a man's car gets destroyed, Royal Caribbean making changes to their COVID-19 requirements, and much more. And of course, those 2 food deals to end the show. So much covered in these weekly episodes. That's why I put these together, because it's hard to keep up with all this information. So I do all the homework for you so you don't have to endlessly scroll and give your thumb arthritis because you've been scrolling so long trying to keep up with the news. Let me do all the work for you. Always come back here every Sunday evening and I'll catch you up on everything you may have missed. Now keep in mind, if you are interested in any of the cards, particularly the Citi Double Cash card because that offer is ending very soon, or any card mentioned in this video, make sure you apply using the referral link down in the description below. When you apply through that referral link, that greatly helps support the channel. You guys had no idea. I really appreciate all of you in doing that so far. And if you have any tips, tricks, or pointers regarding any of the stories that I talked about today, make sure you leave that down in the comments below, because we have a lot of new people in Points and Miles that are watching this channel. The channel continues to grow like crazy and I'm very appreciative. But leave any comments you have about any of the stories down in the comments below. It will definitely help someone out. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts. And when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, 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 you're going to get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, free chicken sandwiches and milkshakes, and everything in between. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.